clear the zone. Arnson calmly from behind his net, flushed out by McQueen. Using his long reach to shield the puck, he'll play it ahead. Chadwick up the near side, lifts it into the Wheat Kings zone. No arm up as it was tipped in by Chagall. Manti goes hard up the far side to Brett Hyland. He's unable to corral it. Doyle does for the Hurricanes. Retreating into his own end on the far side. Pushed at by Hyland. Hyland trying to make the strip behind the cage and does. From the circle to McQueen, he fanned out his shot. Shipley holds the right point and chops it high to the back wall. Michaels after it on the forecheck. Swept up the near side. Brett Hyland is there first. Off the right wing wall, Hyland tried the toe drag to the middle. It comes to the line, held for a moment by Manti, but the Wheat Kings will have to tag up. And as they do, it's brought ahead by Sharp. To the far side for Doyle. His pass finds Chagall. Sending it softly in, he'll head for a change. A minute 45 into the first. Manti comes out the far side of his net, tracked by Breard. Manti on the far wall to McQueen. Attacking the line. Drops it back to Hyland. Hyland spins to keep the puck. Dumps it back down low. Looking for McQueen. He's boxed out as it's sent up the wall. Hyland has it back again. Hyland sending it to McQueen at the top of the left circle. Up to Ravindal. He shoots this through traffic. Mennigan the save. Hyland bats at the rebound, and Mennigan steers that away. Michaels trying to drive the goal. Kicks it back out front. Now lost it below the goal line. And scooped up by Tipler of the Hurricanes. He'll sling it to Pakala, who legs it through center. Over the line, wide to his left. Pakala dumps this in deep. Ravindal's back forward against Gazowski. Pakala seals the lane. Dumps it back to the line, but it's picked off by Baumuller and sent to the far side. And Doyle will pound it right back in for Lethbridge. Score yet between the Wheat Kings and Hurricanes as Chagall sends the draw back. In the far corner, McCutcheon. Bodied as he made the play. It's sent out to center. Mateo Michaels tries to chop it in and does. Wheat Kings back to the forecheck. McCutcheon to the left of his net. Spins it up the boards to Breard. He plays it back, taken away by Shipley, who tried to go down low. Chopped away by Chagall. And Manti recovers from center ice. Manti sending it ahead to Hyland. Kicking it away from Doyle at the Wheat King bench. Got poke check, but Manti follows up, tried to dump it. Second try, he does get it in, but not deep as Marcus is on it. Hooking it up to the near side for Breard. Breard's dump pass finds Chagall, who chops this in. Not deep. Shipley got in his lane and blocked that pass. Chagall trying to fight for it, now forced to dump it in as Manti goes back behind his net. He'll escape Chagall and play it up the far side to Hyland. From the wall, Hyland, dangerous pass picked off. Gazowski walks in, blocked by Bjarnason. Manti plays it back to Shipley in the far corner. Shipley up the far side to Hyland. From the Wheat King bench, drops it back to McQueen in full flight. Over the Hurricane line, McQueen drives the middle, drops it to Hyland at the left circle. Hyland trying to work it out front off the outside of the cage. Sent up the near side to Souza, pinches and holds the line. Down to McQueen in the near corner. On his backhand, walking up the wall. Roger McQueen fakes the handoff, sends it to the far side for Ravindal for a shot tipped just wide by Peter. 12:33 to go in the first period. No score yet as Arnson comes up the near side. Wormold will dump this in and get thumped down by Shipley as he does, and Wormold is slow to get up. Manti on the far side, feeding it on to McQueen. Breaking over the line, he'll dump this into the near corner. Hyland hustling after it against Arnson. He goes up the near side to Noster. Skating his way ahead, Noster now finds Wilkie at center. Over the Wheat King line, right up the middle, he shoots off a stick and wide. Noster on the rebound from the left circle, feeds it back out front, poke to the line, not out. From the right side, Chadwick. At the point, moves to the middle and sends it down low for Noster for a shot that rides the stick of Ship Bjarnason. 12:02 to go in the first, won by Pakala. McCutcheon to the middle, sends this through traffic and wide. Doyle from the right point, chops it down low. Shipley got the block on that. Manti out the far side, stops up on Gazowski. Plays it back behind his net, firing it up the far side. Hyland is waiting for it. Hyland spins back into his own territory to escape Doyle and winds it up. Shipley now from his own left circle. Looking for a lane, he'll carry ahead. Sees parting for him as he finds McQueen on the far side. McQueen sends it down low. It rolls around the Hurricanes net to Doyle on the near side. Poke checked by Michaels, but Doyle has support, and McCutcheon has the puck back for Lethbridge behind his net. Hooking it around to the far side. Gazowski on it. From the right circle, Gazowski curls back and throws it to McCutcheon. He'll look ahead and find Noster, who tips this into the Wheat Kings zone with 11:20 to go in a scoreless first. 9-6 in favor of the Wheat Kings. Your shots for Kyle Ryan Denture Clinic. No score yet. Winding it up, Breard makes a move over the Wheat King line. Driving right up the middle, kicks it to his tape, then lost it to McQueen. A quick counter coming from the Wheat Kings. McQueen over the line to his left, moves to the inside and spins it off to Hyland at the left circle. Hyland driving back up the boards, curls down low and sends it behind the net. Michaels couldn't corral it. It's picked up by Chadwick, and he'll look ahead to Gazowski. Gazowski over the red line, dumps it into Bjarnason's right. Bjarnason is out to play it. Left it behind for Manti. Fighting his way loose from a check, he'll look up to Michaels. Michaels tried to feed that through and got it through on the second try out to center ice. Arnson across ice for Noster. Sending this into the middle, blocked by Manti. He'll get it right back. Now turn it over to Michaels, and Michaels has a lane with some runway. Michaels flying up the far side, gets Chadwick to turn. At the circle, he drops it back. McQueen walks it over to Hyland, robbed by Mennigan. Rebound sits in the crease, they bang away and score! It's Roger McQueen on the doorstep.
And he's got a wide open net looking at him, and he's able to finish off the play and put that puck into the net.
A bit of unfortunate deja vu for the Hurricanes. You might remember the last time Lethbridge was in this building. The Wheat Kings got several goals like that where Mennigan would make an outstanding save, but moments later the Wheat Kings would simply follow the puck to the crease, outman the Hurricanes, and stuff it home. Klippenstein, Wedden, and from the hash marks. Calmly to center, wide to his right, ahead and tipped in by Hadland as the Wheat Kings complete their change. McCutcheon back behind the Hurricane net. Out the far side to Wormald. He golfs it up the boards and all the way down the ice. The arm is up, but that's not going to have enough steam to go for icing. Ravindal picks it up from his own end. Up the boards to Mateo Michaels. He chops it to center for Hyland. Quickly playing it through. McCutcheon read that and picked it off. He'll dump it down low. Bjarnason's out to play it. Under 4 to go in the first as Bjarnason fires it up the far boards, and Chagall knocked it down. Into the middle for Briard. He pulls the trigger, blocked by D'Souza. Sharp holds the left point for Lethbridge. Sending it back down low. Wormald lets it roll behind the net to Chagall. D'Souza comes in and wraps him up in the far corner. McQueen in to help, so is Wormald. As it's poked around behind the Wheat King net, D'Souza has his man pinned, and that allows McQueen to take the puck. Out the right side of his net, Roger McQueen feeding it on to Hyland at center. Skate to stick he goes and breaks in wide to his left. Hyland feathering this down low. Michaels will skate onto it against the checking of Sharp. Left the puck behind, and Chagall will lift it ahead. To the near side, Wormald back to the far corner as McCutcheon has it for Lethbridge. His cross-ice pass finds Wormald. He's got to collect it out of his skates. Landon Ward moving this into the Wheat Kings zone to the left of Bjarnason. He'll pour in after it with 3:10 to go in the first. Malyavan roughed up by Ward as he made the play. Held to the line by Tipler for a shot, steered to the mesh opponent. 2 20-year-old top goal scorers going nose-to-nose in the dot. And Chagall, with some help, wins that one. Arnson up the near side to Briard. He'll chop this to center. Ellick in a foot race now. Wormald gets there just ahead of him, but Ellick chops it off his tape. Ellick on the near side, shielding the puck. Chagall in to help for the Hurricanes, but back the other way comes Hyland. Moving up the middle, Hyland gains the line, feeds it through to Michaels at the right circle. He'll stop up, lost control of it. Hyland's in to help on the near side in the final minute of the first. Michaels for McQueen on the wall. Hyland comes in to claim the loose puck. Back to the line for D'Souza. He'll fire through traffic. Mennigan's seen enough. He'll just shots for the Wheat Kings to 8 for the Hurricanes. Hurricanes win the draw though. Arnson sent up the near side to Ward. He tries to shield the puck on McQueen. Shipley fires it to the far side. Chadwick on it first for Lethbridge. Back around the near side for relatively little trouble. 2:50 into the second period. Ravindal ahead from the far side. Carrying it right up the middle. He'll fire this in wide of Mennigan. It bounces onto Sharp's tape. Behind his net, he'll bounce it out the far corner to Ward. Ward poked off his tape. He'll have to hustle back for it behind his cage and up to Tipler, who chops it ahead. Michaels got in the way of that. Malyavan holds the left point. Michaels on it on the near side, trying to force it down low. It bounces off of Tipler, and Hyland pokes it back to the wall. Hyland trying to lift it back out front on his backhand, sends it wide of the cage. He just missed McQueen's tape. Hyland on it again on the far side. Steering it low, McQueen has it at the right circle. Taking it wide, McQueen fires, save Mennigan. Rebound at the goal line, taken away by Michaels. Lifted back to the top, Manti holds the line. Feeding it on to McQueen at the left circle with room. McQueen fires off the head of Mennigan and high and all the way back to center. Manti will hustle back to claim it to the right of his net. 3.5 into the second period. Wheat Kings up 2-0, and now 1 for 1 on the kill as Manti leads the breakout. Jersey flapping speed as he accelerates over the line. Manti in wide to his left, dumps it harmlessly wide, allowing the Wheat Kings time to get fresh legs. On the far side, McQueen stops the breakout dead in its tracks. Baumuller's pass bounces back to center. Shipley is on it from inside his own line. That hit on Shipley's numbers and going, ooh.
Yeah.
Face-off win by the Hurricanes back in their territory. Sharp fires it up the far side. Wormald could not get a piece of it as Manti hustles back. He will ensure an icing against the Hurricanes and has McQueen behind him on his left, and he wins it back to Manti at the left point. Manti to the middle for McQueen at the left circle. McQueen back to Manti, picked off by Marcus, who steers it to center. Manti's able to erase that opportunity. Shaking off Marcus on the far side. Manti ahead, kicked down, gloved ahead by Manti, who moves to the middle of the ice. McQueen for the draw, sends it to the far side. Ellick carries ahead wide to his right. At the circle, he fires high and wide. Hyland's waiting for the rebound. Back around the wall to the far side. Michaels is on it. Left it back for Ellick. Ellick chops it down low, got blocked away by Arnson. Pass ahead too far. Malyavan will scoop it up back in his own territory. Watched by Noster. Malyavan to center for Michaels. Charged at by Arnson, who took him off the puck and dumped it deep. Out to play it is Bjarnason. Past the midway mark of the second, but the Wheat Kings up 3-1. At center, Hyland has it tipped off his tape buttons now. McQueen for the draw to Bjarnason's left, lost it. It's one back to the line. Sharp feeding this down the near side. Malyavan onto it against Wilkie. Poked up the near side. Gazowski plays it back to the line for Doyle. He shoots through traffic, blocked away by McQueen, and Michael steers it to Hyland. He'll get to the line no further. Pakala takes it off his tape. Hyland reclaims it onto the near side for Malyavan. He'll get to center ice and lift it softly in. To the right of Mennigan, Michaels is on it. Shielding off Sharp, trying to kick it up the boards with help from McQueen. Behind the net, McQueen steals it. On his backhand, back to the far side for Charlie Ellick from the right point. He fires through traffic. Mennigan steers that away. From the near wall, Malyavan Lets the rolling puck go to Hyland, and he comes up high and hard on Pakala and frees up the puck. Michaels to Ellick at the right circle. Into the far corner, Ellick snaps it around the near boards. Maljavin is on it. Maljavin twisting his way to the near corner. Pokes it through looking for McQueen. With the long reach, he claims the puck, but the Hurricanes are right there. Pakala will take it and dump it down the ice. The arm is up. Quick at his own right circle, drops it back dangerously, nearly put it on his own goal. Behind the net, McCutcheon outwaiting Roger McQueen. Two former Saskatoon Blazers looking on at one another as McCutcheon brings it ahead. He'll go across to Gazowski. His pass tipped through to Doyle. Slapped across the Wheat King line and in on Bjarnason from long range, so no icing. Manti to the far side for Mateo Michaels. Lost it to Gazowski in the battle, but Michaels fighting for it again. Wins it this time and carries ahead with speed. Lifting it past McCutcheon and hustling in after it. Michaels beats out the icing. Pokes it away from Doyle, who's forced to send it to the far side. Gazowski away from McQueen, turned over to Hyland in the middle. Busting to his left, Hyland fires, punched away by Mennigan. It may have caught a piece of the post. At the line, Manti holds the rolling puck to Hyland in the near corner. On his backhand, he leaves it for McQueen on the cycle, driving around the net. Out the far side, McQueen holding the puck away from McCutcheon, shielding him to the inside. Backhands it through, blocked, but he'll get it back and steer it back down low. Finally, McCutcheon claims the puck and plays it to center. Gazowski over the Wheat King line, chips and chases on Manti. Manti seals him off, but lost it to Pakala on the near side. Wheat Kings swarm in on Hayden Pakala at that right circle. He'll play it back down low to Gazowski. Spinning, twisting, and turning, he dumps it back to the line for Chadwick. From the right point, Chadwick moves to the middle and sends this through traffic. Reaction save, Bjarnason. Rebound, then he's Bjarnason between McQueen and Edwards. Edwards ties up, but McQueen wins it back. Ellick cuts back in the far corner. Fires it up the boards, tipped to center. Chadwick will send it right back in. Bjarnason out to play it. Leaving it for Andre Maljavin away from Wormald, who's in on the forecheck. Maljavin fires it ahead. Michaels unable to get a stick on it. Down the ice it goes. So Williams up 3-1 as Hyland goes for the draw and wins it to the far side for Mateo Michaels. Marcus closing on him. He'll flip it ahead to McQueen. McQueen over the line, right up the middle. Feeds it to Hyland at the left circle. Looking across, but the pass was knocked away from Michaels. On the near side, Hyland is after it. Wins the battle and cuts to the middle. Hyland feeding it through. Ellick from the right point pinches up. He's forced to chop it low as the puck was rolling on him, but the Wheat Kings keep it thanks to Michaels. Trying to go back behind the net. It was blocked by McCutcheon. He'll carry the other way. At the right circle, he finds Edwards. Through center, wide to his left. Maljavin tried to stand him up as it's lifted to the near side. Ellick is on it defensively. Hard around the far board. Sharp speeds it down low for the Hurricanes as it's tapped back out front, but Dominic Peter was there for Brandon, and he'll fire the backhander off the glass and out to center. Sharp knocked it down, but it's picked up by McQueen in flight. Over the line, McQueen trying to bust right through. Got it past McCutcheon and carries around the net. Into the far corner, Roger McQueen sends it out for Baumüller. It was chopped off his tape. Edwards now airing this to center, just missing the net with under 3 to go in the second period. Shipley out from behind his net. Quickly ahead to Michaels, fresh off the bench. Michaels from the right wall, a cutback move, drives over the line and dumps it in deep. McQueen on the forecheck on the far side on Arnson. Shoulder on shoulder they go. Tipler coming up with it, but Hyland tracking him to the near side. Kicked up the boards. Wilkie of the Hurricanes speeds it to center for Ward. Maljavin stands him up, and Ellick will take the loose puck on the near side. Game becoming a bit of a chess match now with the Wheat Kings up 3-1 here in the second period. Maljavin trying to open it up. Driving to his left with speed, he finds Hyland over the line. Hyland sends it softly to the front of the net. Arnson is on it first. Arnson speeding it up the far side. McQueen and Ward after it. Ward holds the puck. McQueen able to hold him off, but he's speeding it on to Wilkie. Wilkie to the far wall, stripped by Brett Hyland. Breaking back down the right wall. Hyland into the corner around the net, curls up on the far side. Trying to shield the puck against Wilkie. It's kicked past him and on to Landon Ward. He plays it back to the middle of the ice, and it's poked away by Andreessen and all the way down. Not enough on it for ice. Noster and into the Wheat King zone. Noster's on it first, trying to work it back out front. Maljavin blocked that. Rayard on the near side, back to the line for Sharp. From the left point and over to the right for Tristan Doyle. Back to Sharp at the left side. Sharp sends this through traffic and wide. At the side of the cage, Manti tries to pick it up and pokes it away to Hyland. Hyland flying ahead, hooked by Chagall, but makes the play to McQueen. McQueen patiently sends this across to Michaels, trying to poke it in and bust to the goal on his backhand. Shoulder save Mennigan. Rebound for Hyland to the backhand, then he rolled it wide. Hyland behind the net trying to find it again. Lost it to the checking of Sharp, and now on the side of the cage is Chagall. Through to Noster up the far side. Noster's pass squeaks through to Sharp, who gains the Wheat King line and knocks it to the near corner. Shipley closes on Sharp and takes him off the puck, and Manti will scoop it up. Manti to McQueen. Breaking the other way, wide to his left on Wilkie. He finds Hyland over the line for Michaels at the right circle. Michaels sends it back door for McQueen, in on Mennigan. He makes the stop. Michaels behind the net, stuffs it out front, but he missed Hyland. Sent up the boards. D'Souza holds the right point. He unloads through traffic, blocked. It never got to the cage as McQueen got hauled down in front by Doyle. No call coming. Back the other way comes Pakala. Over the Wheat King line, up to Wilkie at the left side. Wilkie tried to send it down low. Pakala behind the Wheat King net, out the far side, and back left circle, walks it across for Michaels, tipped away by Chagall. And back come the Hurricanes. Doyle to the far side for Marcus. Fresh off the bench is Highland. A few too many Wheat Kings on the ice, but they got away with it. Briard moves to the middle, holds and fires wide of the cage. Chagall at the goal line, stopped by Bjarnason. Chagall trying to work it back out front, but Michaels is on it for the Wheat Kings. His pass blocked by Marcus. Poke check by McQueen on the near side, and McQueen will hook this to center looking for Highland. Arnson got in his way and forced him to steer it in deep 5 minutes into the third. Chadwick on the far side, bouncing it up for Gazowski. He'll drive to his left with speed. Attacking the Wheat King line, moves it to his left and fires off a stick and high. McQueen started the scoring in this game. He ties up off the draw. Chagall able to beat him to it, and Doyle picks it up in the near side. McQueen chases him out the far side of his net. He'll spin it back to Arnson. Michaels comes in, nearly stripped him, but Chagall's able to help, and out to center comes Wilkie. Wilkie lifting this softly ahead. Stopped dead in his tracks by Luke Shipley. Wheat Kings trying to feed it ahead. Lost it to Briard on the near side. Shipley back defensively again. Wilkie now taken to the corner. Around the Wheat King net. He feeds it back out front and just missed Chagall as Manti had him taken care of. Manti firing it across to Michaels with a step up the near side. Over the line to his right. He hits McQueen in the middle. McQueen holds to the outside. Sends it back to the front of the cage, and he just missed Highland. Manti from the left point. Slapping it down low to Michaels. He'll work off the boards and spin it low to Brett Highland, who's worked on by Doyle. Highland able to escape him for a moment. Doyle wraps him up long enough for Arnson to come in and help. McQueen takes it for the Wheat Kings. Back up the near boards to Shipley. Moving to the middle, Shipley on his backhand takes it around the offensive zone, driving in off the goal line, stops up in the far corner with control. Shipley at the left circle, sends it down low. Michaels at the goal line trying to hold off Doyle. In to help are Highland and Chagall. Highland takes the puck, kicks it to himself and back to the line for Shipley. From the right point, Shipley fires, blocked by Wilkie. It stung him. Shipley will get it right back. Shipley moves to his left. Over to Manti at the left point. Manti to Shipley in the middle as the Wheat Kings work it around the offensive zone. Manti at the left circle. Drops it back to Michaels. Pokes it between his feet, but the Hurricanes have cleared it out to center ice. But to play it is Mennigan. From his trapezoid, Mennigan holding it to Sharp up the near side. Swept up the wall. Sharp will catch up to his own pass and lift it to center, but no further as McQueen. Unable to get it in deep. Edwards now on to Marcus at the left circle. Into the near corner. He bounces it back to Sharp for a shot blocked. And Hadlin will flip this up the glass and carry ahead himself. Hadlin pokes it to the middle, trying to spring Roger McQueen. Up the far side, McQueen works in on Sharp, who holds him to the outside as the Wheat Kings change. McQueen plays it back down low. Sharp around the net to Wormald in the near corner. 7.5 to go in the third. Wheat Kings up 3-1. Doyle twisting and turning on Brett Highland. Highland chases him out the near side. Doyle able to escape. His pass comes to center. Marcus knocks it down and gains the zone wide to his left. Stops up at the left point and sends it softly low to Edwards. Spinning off Ravindal, who knocks him down. Lifted into the middle. Gazowski walks in and fires. Saved by Bjarnason. Gazowski and Wilkie with him. Wheat Kings have McQueen, Michaels, and Highland as their forward unit. Sent back. Ellick is after it, and he takes Gazowski hard to the wall. Poked at. Gazowski back to his feet. Is back on the puck. To the line he goes. McCutcheon from the left point. Down the boards, chopped to the near corner. Malyaven is on it first. Spinning away from Wilkie behind the net, lost it to Pakala. Tried to hook it out front, but Malyaven read that and steered it out of harm's way. Michaels on the near side, holding it against the checking of Gazowski. Poole cues it around to Malyaven. He'll skate onto it in the far corner. Malyaven flipping it ahead, knocked down by Pakala on the far side. He hooks it low to Wilkie at the goal line for a shot off the post. Michaels knocks it down out of his shin pads to the line, not out. Briard makes the keep at the bottom of the left circle. Pakala making moves. Sends it back to the line for McCutcheon, who holds the zone. Ellick now takes the pass and lifts this down the ice. And good touch on it to play it back without icing. Even holds and sends it across to McQueen at the left point. Roger McQueen down the boards, watched by Wormald, drops it back to Malyaven. Moving to the middle, Malyaven off to Highland. He fakes the one-timer and moves inside. Over to McQueen at the left circle. McQueen for Roersma on the slot for a shot. Snared. Their captain has it off the draw and plays it back behind his net to Doyle. Puck lifted up the far side as Ellick pinches up and knocks his man down and holds the line. Chopped into the corner. Mennigan is out to play it. Up the far glass it goes. Wilkie and Highland fight for it. Ellick from the left point makes the keep. Back down deep to McQueen. Behind the net, McQueen on his backhand comes up the near side away from Arnson. McQueen up the boards. Into the middle for D'Souza for a one-timer. Pad save Mennigan. Ellick sends it back down low again. First to it is Arnson in the near corner as Pakala wipes out Highland well away from the puck. And Ellick comes in with a bump as the game gets even more physical. Gazowski talking with Charlie Ellick, but neither one wants to take an extra penalty at this point with 3:06 to go in the third, and the Wheat Kings up 3-1. D'Souza up for Ellick on the near side, who got a tip on it, Mr. Advantage. Scramble draw out of the pile. The Hurricanes find it. Chadwick on the near side, sending it ahead to Chagall, who tips this into Bjarnason's right. Manti is back to it first. He'll fire it up the far side. Marcus can't hold the line as Highland flips it out to center. McQueen in a foot race. Chadwick sweeps it into the Hurricane bench, and that will bring. Either team has scored on the power play. Draw one by the Wheat Kings. Shipley carrying over the line to his right, sends it softly in. Mennigan is out to play it. Lost it in his feet for a moment, turns it over to Highland. Back out front, and he just missed Roersma. Shipley pinches up and fires through traffic. Mennigan, the trapper.